owner of 4 Signs by the Mayoral franchises, and immediate chair of the Southfield Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to our annual State to City Address. We are honored to have Mayor Brenda Lawrence share her overview of 2012 in addition to 2013. But first I would like to take a few moments to update everyone on the Southfield Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm thrilled to share our positive achievements from 2012. Last year we took time to evaluate our goals and develop and implement a strategic plan. With this firm foundation, we expanded our programming to encompass great networking opportunities and business educational seminars. In 2012, 67 new businesses invested in membership with the Chamber, taking advantage of the many perks of our organization. Just a reminder for you non-members, if you join the Chamber, you too can receive discounts from a variety of businesses, in addition to developing new business relationships. I'm proud to introduce you to our board members and our executive director, all of whom embody determination and commitment to an unrelenting pursuit of your goal, growing your business. Please stand when I introduce you. Linda Height, Treasurer of the Board, Vice President for Finance and Administration, Lawrence Technological University. Rochelle Friedman, Secretary of the Board, Business Development Manager for the City of Southfield. Karen Washington, Business Services Director, Contract. Sandra Tomlin, Vice President of Community Relations, Michigan First Credit Union. Eddie Williams, Registered Representative of Lightmark Security. Leah Rosenbaum, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of JBS. Jacqueline Robinson, Public Relations and Marketing Manager for Southfield Public Schools. Robert Klug, Vice President, Small Business Banker, Bank of America. We also have 2 very new board members, Tonita Cheatham, Director of Public Relations and Marketing, GMC Harvard University Hospital. And Dr. Stephen Reed, President of the Southfield and Royal Oak campuses of Oakland Community College. The Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce is Tanya Marcos-Van. And last but not least, I'd like to introduce the new Chairman of the Southfield Area Chamber of Commerce, Doug Davis. Doug has worked at the Southfield Western Hotel since May of 2007 as the Director of Housing. He began his hospitality career in 1989. And has worked for many notable hotel chains such as Hilton, Marriott, and MGM Grand. As a chamber member, Doug has volunteered on numerous committees. He was co-chair of the Taste of Southfield, as well as the following other committees: Business and Consumer Expo, Chamber Committees, Jazz, and Membership Committee. Doug also served on the Southfield Public Schools Financial Advisory Board. With the Weston, Doug is a 4-time Manager of the Quarter and also Manager of the Year. It is my pleasure to ask Doug Davis to join me on the stage to pass the gavel. Please join me in congratulating Doug.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Before Ruth steps out, we have something we want to present her with on behalf of the Chamber for her hard work and dedication. Let's appreciate it. Thank you for coming out. It's going to be very brief. One of the 2 things that told me was that you're going to be doing public speaking, which I don't do a lot of. So the other thing, I want to start out with a joke that way, everyone in baseball. So I'll just take a quick one. There's a bad news story. Lady comes home from work and she goes to the house. She tells her husband, "Good news and bad news." She said, "Well, what's the good news?" She said, "The airbag." All right. There's a video from our way. First of all, I want to thank our sponsors for making it possible. We're out there. We're working with the concept of a beautiful event for you. We have Lawrence Technological University, Denso, and also Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Also, just a couple things I want to touch on. Very much share with the agenda. There's a few things that pointed out, talked about as far as our things that are going on with the Southfield Chamber. Thanks to our new executive director, Tanya, she is definitely moving us in a forward direction. And there's a bunch of events that are going on, and you have those with you as well. I know that she's still running, talking about our Table for Days and some of the other things, our Thursday, also our golf outing, which we're looking to have as well. So the main purpose for me being up here is to introduce a bunch of people. And I'm going to introduce to you Dr. Mayoral, and he's also going to tell you a little bit about it. He's the president of Lawrence Technological University, having been installed as their 7th president on July 1st, 2012. Prior to coming to LTU, Dr. Mayoral had a storied 30-year career at Oakland University, beginning as a faculty member, moving the chair of their Department of Biological Sciences, and finally as senior vice president and provost at Oakland University, where he led academic affairs from 2001 to 2012. Dr. Mayoral grew up in India as a transition between an independence from British rule, where he received his PhD in zoology and biochemistry from top-ranked university in India. He came to the United States in 1973 to take a postdoc fellowship at Mayo Clinic and completed the Institute of Educational Management program of Harvard Graduate School of Education. Even as he advanced in administration at OU, Dr. Mayoral remained an active researcher, receiving a $3 million and grant and research support award from the National Institute of Health and Health. Active in many professional and community organizations, Dr. Mayoral is director of Automation Alley, and he serves on the professional advisory committee of the Thompson Law School and the scientific advisory committee of the Detroit Zoological Society. He has received many professional honors and too numerous to mention. My honor to introduce to you Dr. Mayoral.
Thank you, Mr. Davis, and good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, to represent Lawrence Technological University, also referred to as Lawrence Tech or STU, and to be part of the great city of Southfield is a coveted honor and privilege for which I'm very grateful. And I appreciate the opportunity to be with you this morning or this afternoon. As you know, at LTU, an institution of great legacy with historic educational, economic, and social impact, our vision is to become one of America's great preeminent private universities, producing leaders with entrepreneurial spirit and with a global view. And in ways large and small, the location of our campus here in this progressive, dynamic city is a major factor in advancing us closer to the community goal. Southfield is a community where residents, businesses, medical and educational sectors all come together for greater good. The 100 programs that Lawrence Tech offers, from undergraduate to master's and doctoral programs, we take full advantage of this location. This city, indeed, is a true epicenter of technological accomplishments and achievements that are increasingly recognized worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, all great cities have great universities, from Silicon Valley to North Carolina to Boston area. Our university is fortunate to be part of a community blessed with wide few embody those attributes better than Mayor Brenda Lawrence, who I have the pleasure of introducing you today. Named to Crane's and Forbes magazine's list of most influential women in Michigan, Mayor Lawrence has also been called a regional leader with skill and determination to bridge the historic parochialism of the metropolitan area. In addition to being bestowed with numerous awards and honors, her alma mater, Central Michigan University, has named her a distinguished alumni. A long-time resident of the city, she was first elected mayor in 2001. Mayor Lawrence has been a keen advocate both as an elected official and as a private citizen. She was first elected to Southfield City Council in 1997 and elected to be the president in 1999. A believer in education, she had earlier served on the Board of Education, Southfield Public Schools as president, vice president, and secretary. Her love for the community involvement has also been evident through her previous service as a volunteer in many programs and many capacities. The programs, particularly the Mayor Lawrence has initiated, include, but are not limited to, Mayor's Watch Community Health Program, Mayor's Roundtable, a citizen-driven forum where residents can discuss one-to-one topics of concern, Southfield Reads, a program designated and designed to promote reading literacy, the annual Flower Day, the citywide blood drive, and many more. She has also been active in creating a more environmental-friendly community in Southfield. Mayor Lawrence served on Michigan Judicial Schedule Commission and as the president of National Democratic Conference of Mayors, a national image and prestige for the city. She is a trustee of the U.S. Conference of Mayors, St. John Providence Hospital, and many other important organizations. And above all, please pay attention. No other mayor in this great USA can claim to have his or her name on every piece of official document of a world-class university. The Lawrence Technological University. Some of you were thinking about it. A bridge builder, a passionate advocate for our community, a supporter of education, a proven and respected leader. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mayor Brenda Lawrence.
It is a great day to be in Southfield, and that's usually every day. But I'm excited to welcome you all here today. I want to say good afternoon and thank you for attending the 2013 Southfield State of the City Address, and it's an honor to see you all here. I want to thank the Southfield Area Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Tanya Marcos-Vano and the Westin Hotel for hosting this event. Thank you so much. You know, when you're a mayor, you have to be very careful that you wear kid gloves when you handle your council. So the first thing I would like to recognize and thank the other Southfield elected officials. And I want to start with, when I call you, would you please stand? Our Council President, Kenton Cyber, Council President Pro Tem Sylvia Jordan, Council Members Myron Frazier, Sidney Bland, Jeremy Moss, and Joan Seymour and Darryl Picassi. Would you please give them a round of applause? When I say you have to be careful to handle them with kid gloves, the work that the councils do all over this country, and I can speak directly to the council in Southfield,
the hard work that they put in setting policy and making sure that we are in the right direction and being a member of that team. I am so proud to say this is our council. I also want to recognize our city clerk, Nancy Bank, and our city treasurer, Irv Lowenberg. Would you please stand with me? Also, I would like to recognize our district court judges, Judge Bill Richards, Judge Sheila Johnson, and our newest elected judge, Deborah Nance. Let's give them a round. Now, today, I've been out there. I've got a whole table full of other branches of government here that I'm very proud to have with us. And I'm going to start with the federal level. I have our Congressman, Gary Peters. From the state, I have our state senator, Mr. Bradley, and our state representative, Mr. Rudy House. And also have joining me one of our neighboring mayors who I attended her state of the city, and I'm proud to have her with me today. And that's Ms. Marion from Oak Park. Marion, what's your last name? McCullough, thank you. Marion McCullough, the mayor of Mayoral. I would like all of our school board members to please stand so that I can recognize you and say thank you so much for all that you do for us. I also want to recognize our city administrator, Jim Charette, and our deputy city administrator, Mr. Fred Zorn. Before I continue further, today I would like to first pause to reflect on the loss of one of our own Southfield family members. Sadly, our longtime city attorney, Jack Bears, passed away in January. Mr. Bears served as a Southfield community and the legal professional with great distinction throughout his long and notable career. He was appointed city attorney in 1987, following many years of private practice. He also previously served as one of our own Southfield City Council members and on the Planning Commission. He provided sound legal advice on a daily basis to myself, the City Council, and administration over 2 decades, while maintaining a reputation of integrity, fairness, and high ethical standards. He was a great attorney, husband, father, and a friend of the city, and he will truly be missed. Would you all join me in a moment of silence in his honor? The question of the day: what is the current state of our city? Today I will share with you some of the many great things that are happening here in our city despite our continuing struggles. I'm happy to report that Southfield is still on the right track and steadily moving forward. Frederick Douglass once said, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress." Thankfully, we are seeing progress from the fruits of our labor. This past year has been a very rewarding one, with several new development and initiatives taking place throughout the city, while the economy is still sluggish, and there are also many signs of recovery. We have been on an expenditure diet since 2003, reducing our labor force by more than 25% over the last 10 years without layoffs. We have focused on strategies that will not reduce essential services to you, our business community, to our taxpayers, and to our residents. Through it all, we have maintained the city's AA bond rating, and for those of you in finance and this economy, that is a great accomplishment. That's placing Southfield in the top tier of Michigan municipalities as rated by Standard & Poor's. We will also also be upgrading the Southfield strategic plan, aimed at keeping us focused and on track for the next 5 years to position Southfield to be a key player in the economic comeback of this region. You know, we often say that Southfield is the center of it all. And when we say that, we're saying we're the center of southeastern Michigan. Well, in southeastern Michigan, it encompasses the city of Detroit. And when we talk about the economic comeback, the city of Southfield has worked hard and rolled up our sleeves and made the proper decisions to keep this city strong. I know I join everyone in this room saying that we must have the city of Detroit on board if we're going to be the economic engine of the state, if the city of Southfield continues to be the center of it all. I really want to see Motown shine again. The good news is that the city of Southfield remains the premier business address in southeast Michigan. I would like to recognize some of the many companies that have continued to choose Southfield to grow and expand their business. Credit Acceptance Corporation received a $2 million grant from the Michigan Business Development Program incentive last May. As a result, Credit Acceptance will invest an additional $10 million in Southfield, creating almost 300 new jobs. This is validating our strong business climate. The city of Southfield was chosen over locations in Nevada, India, Costa Rica, and they chose Southfield to be their North American headquarters. Southfield's own Secure 24, an expanding IT solutions firm, has moved its growing team to a larger headquarters. A total of 257 employees are now fully in place at their new Southfield location. Another great example of a company that chose Southfield to grow and to expand. CFI is a full-service consulting and systems integration firm that works exclusively with real estate and facility management. It is anticipated they will double their workforce in the coming years. The Hands Group recently moved from one location in Southfield and bought a building and relocated their new headquarters within the city, in addition opening their first branch in Southfield of the Hands Bank. Pepper Hamilton, a multi-practice law firm with more than 500 lawyers nationally, recently leased more than 25,000 square feet of office space in the Travelers Tower. Another example of a company that has chosen to stay in Southfield and to grow and expand their business. Also, would like to recognize several other companies who have shown a strong commitment to our city through continued investment in their equipment and buildings. Glassman Automotive Dealership. We now have the new Mini dealership. We have AT&T, who invested millions of dollars into their existing structure. We also have Faurecia, who has expanded in our city, Global Q, Sun Communications, and Kamoon, and national chain Billy Sims Restaurant recently chose Southfield as the first location in Michigan. Lear Corporation, one of our largest companies, continues to grow and invest in Southfield with the conversion of the old Sims building on Telegraph Road and changed into a new manufacturing and showcase facility. All of these companies validate that Southfield is on the right track and moving in the right direction. Our Southfield City Center Board, would you please raise your hand so everyone can see the hard-working board? This afternoon, we are in the city center of the city district in Southfield, and the Westin Hotel is a part of that. Those of us who spend time in this district have already seen the investments that are being made along Evergreen Road. You've already seen that first phase of public improvement. and the retailers on Evergreen Road are also seeing increase in business. And keep a lookout, because there is so much more being planned for that strip, for Evergreen Road. We are on track, and we're moving in the right direction. Make no mistake, we understand. As wonderful and powerful and strategic as we are in competition with other cities in this region. But we are committed to competing through smart, sustainable development that provide our city with long-term results. The Southfield Downtown Development Authority, our DDA, would they please raise their hand here in the room today, the DDA board. Thank you for your work. Continue to make significant progress with new development and development. Our own Providence Hospital launched a $5 million expansion of its emergency department. So whether you live or work in the city of Southfield, that should mean something to you. They're ready to take care of us. And they also included a major renovation to provide more private rooms, new private rooms for our patients. Providence Hospital is again rated as one of the nation's top 15 teaching hospitals, and was also ranked as one of the top 50 hospitals in the United States for health care. For heart care. Oakland County Community College Southfield campus continues to grow, and they made a $25 million investment in their campus that added a 70,000 square foot health care, education, expansion, and renovation. Over the last decade, student enrollment in that campus has grown by 114%. The Allied Health Program that offers students real hands-on experience at their state-of-the-art surgical lab it replicates an operating room. That is one of the major investments, including all the others that I've talked about, that makes Southfield a premier business location. And we thank you, all of you, for your investment that you're making in our city. And we're pleased that Health Alliance Plan, CAP, recently agreed to keep its more than 450 employees within the DDA. And they had a lot of choices, and they chose to stay. Another great example of a company choosing Southfield to grow and to expand. We're making significant progress in redeveloping the old Ramada Inn, adjacent to 9 Mile, with plans to demolish the building and clear the way for 5 acres of future commercial development. Ladies and gentlemen, a critical component of any successful community is the well-trained, equipped fire, police, and EMS. When citizens enter the city of Southfield borders, they can be assured that they're going to be safe and secure. I'm very pleased to tell you that crime is down across the board in the city of Southfield. With a 13% decrease in major crime in the year 2012, and a 21% decrease over the last 4 years. And even more impressive, over 80% of crimes that are committed in the city of Southfield are solved by our excellent police department. We give them. We are sending a message: do not bring your crimes to Southfield, because you will be dealt with. In our commitment to providing you with a safe and secure community, it is my pleasure to announce the selection of our new police chief and our new fire chief. The appointment of Eric Hawkins as our new police chief and Keith Rowley as our new fire chief was approved unanimously. Together, These chiefs represent 55 years of combined experience in protecting and serving the public in the city of Southfield. Police Chief Eric Hawkins joined the police force in 1990, starting as a police cadet, and was appointed as a sworn officer in 1991. A longtime Southfield resident, Chief Hawkins has already implemented several new initiatives designed to enhance police-community relations, including Citizens and Youth, Police Academy, the Southfield Safe Streets Pledge, and Teen Girl Safety Seminars, and a newly energized Neighborhood Watch. Chief Hawkins, would you please stand to be recognized? Fire Chief Raleigh, with 14 months as acting as the fire chief and over 33 years of experience in the fire service, Chief Raleigh is extremely familiar with the functions and requirements of the position. Under his leadership, the fire department staff trains teams with the city administration and the Department of Homeland Security to reconfigure the SAFER grant to better meet the needs of the city. The $2.2 million federal grant has allowed the city to hire 4 new firefighters. Born and raised in the city of Southfield, Chief Raleigh demonstrates a high degree of pride and dedication to the city. Chief Raleigh. And speaking of public safety, the city of Southfield recently launched the Southfield Safe Streets Pledge, a new proactive approach to public safety. Numerous national studies have shown that distracted drivers are a leading cause of accidents and other problems on the road. And the city of Southfield takes a zero-tolerance policy towards such violations. Southfield Public Safety Professionals pledge to keep Southfield streets safe, and in turn, we're asking you as citizens, me as well, to pledge to drive safely. On each of your tables, you'll find a brochure with a pledge card, and I would encourage each of you to commit with us today to make this important initiative a great success. We want you to drive safely, but most of all, we want you to be in a drive where you protect yourself and others and keep Southfield safe. Emergency Management Director, Bill John, I want to introduce him. And I want you to know that he is our Homeland Security Emergency Management Director. And please note, I said Emergency Manager Director, not Emergency Financial Manager. We're all clear. Mr. Johnson will be responsible for the city's emergency management program, which prepares Southfield in case of a natural or man-made disaster, as well as assisting with Homeland Security. Mr. John, welcome aboard. Another important aspect of any successful community, and one that's near and dear to my heart that I've talked to ever since I've been there, and that is community beautification, or what we call urban appeal. The city of Southfield is known for its abundant natural beauty, well-maintained homes, and neighborhoods in our majestic skyscrapers. Last year, the city planted over 80 residential and right-of-way trees throughout Southfield, and we have planted approximately 800 new trees over the last 7 years. If you remember one of my State of the City addresses, we pledged to plant 1,000 trees in 10 years, and we're well on track to do that. Now, let's take a moment and talk about our roads.
Oh.
I know. I drive over them every day, just like you do. There has been a great deal of concern and a number of phone calls to my office regarding the deplorable condition of some of our roads. In particular, the stretch of Greenfield Road between I-696 and 8 Mile, which is a county road. We clearly share your concern, and I want you to know that we are actively We are actively working with the Road Commission in Oakland County to address these concerns. Unfortunately, one of the many casualties of the financial crisis has been our roads. We have pushed back repairs of some roads due to the lack of funding. But I'm glad to tell you that we are now on schedule to improve them. Maintaining our infrastructure is another important aspect of community beautification and stabilization. Even with our limited resources, we have been doing our best to maintain our roads and our bridges. We replaced Beach Road Bridge last November as a part of this continual effort. The City of Southfield recently completed a $1 million road resurfacing project on Civic Center Drive. Last year, we saw the completion, and we lived through it, of a major road repair project on Marshall Road. I'm glad that's done. But I am very excited and pleased to tell you that a welcome improvement to the district is next with Evergreen Road. Evergreen Road is scheduled to be reconstructed between 10 Mile Road and I-696 next year. Something I'm sure is music to your ears and your hubcaps. So let's give it a round of applause. I want you to know that here in the city of Southfield, our businesses, you're an extended part of our family. We know how important our business community is to the survival and identity and success of the city. So it is a reflection upon us when one of you do great things and you're recognized. Because when you're recognized and receive an award, it's something we can share and we're proud of. I'm very pleased to tell you that a member of our Southfield family was recently recognized in a big way. Please join me in congratulating Southfield's own stockholder on being named the 2013 Detroit Free Press Restaurant of the Year. For those of us who have dined there, you know it's a well-deserved honor, and we all are proud of it. I would like the owner and Chef Luciano and his beautiful bride to please stand so that we can say thank you to them. Different programs and initiatives to provide the best for our customers. City staff has continued to improve and enhance our website over the past year with several new additions and components. In our mission to stay connected to you, the site is now more user-friendly than ever, with improved navigation and more additions to come. Our City Cable 15 recently launched an excellent new YouTube account that showcased many of their award-winning programs, new shows, coverage of city events. And if you're really enjoying my speech today, you can always go and log on to the Cable 15's YouTube account and watch it again. It'll be your heart's desire. So that's a future available to you now. The Southfield Career Center was awarded over $2.2 million in employment and training grants last year that collectively served over 60,000 individuals, with over 50% of those being Southfield residents. Over the last 3 years, more than 200,000 individuals have been served, even with a decrease in program funding. I encourage you all to use this resource, those of you in the business community, and those of you who are seeking employment, to post your job with the Career Center, and that we could be a resource in helping to re-employ and get Michigan back to work. And I want to thank the our Southfield Career Center for all that they do for us. The city's Parks and Rec department provides numerous recreation programs for both residents and business people of all ages and interests. Southfield Mini Parks and programs that we have remain extremely popular throughout the entire year, hosting a wide range of athletic competitions and events. And especially geared for our business community, Parks and Rec will continue to work with the City Center Advisory Board to offer yet again another season of Eat to the Beat lunchtime concerts at the City Center Plaza. These concerts give area business people a chance to empty out of the tall buildings and come outdoors, and enjoy lunch while listening to very quality live music. The City of Southfield is reaching out to the business community to offer professionals with several exciting new events and opportunities for networking in the city after work. One of the goals of Southfield, we can populate the city during the day, as we're working hard to keep the population in the city in the evening. The P&R department introduced the first annual Sips and Sounds. It's a wine tasting and concert tailored to young professionals last fall, and was very well attended. The city and the Southfield Chamber also host Thursday monthly networking meetings, and we move throughout the city. Join us this Thursday at the Skyline Club from 4:30 to 6:30 and meet different members of our Southfield community. If you're a golfer, make sure you check out our two beautiful 9-hole public golf courses, Evergreen Hills and Beechwood, which also offers a driving range with heated tees. You can be out there today, and even though it's snowing, practicing your swing. By the time you can take off your tie, and in a couple of blocks, you can be on a beautiful, relaxing golf course. So we build it for you. We invite you to please use it. I applaud the Parks and Rec staff and management as they continue to keep us engaged, entertained, and physically fit. During challenging economic times, public libraries across the country tend to grow in importance as a source for information, education, and entertainment for families, and they also are a major tool in closing the digital divide. While we have had to reduce hours of operation and downsize at the library, we still welcome more than 1,600 visitors a day. The library also offers computer classes to help job seekers improve computer skills, write resumes, and develop job hunting skills. I want to thank Dave Stevens, our librarian, and all of my library board for the hard work that you do to keep our library one of the best in the country. Would you please stand for me? Our Southfield Public Schools continue to shape the young minds of today into the future leaders of tomorrow. They, too, are on the right track and moving forward. I recognize my school board members here who work very hard. But this year we have something exciting. Our superintendent, Dr. Monica Robinson, was recently selected as the 2013 State Superintendent of the Year by the Michigan Association of School Administrators. This award recognizes only one outstanding superintendent from among more than 1,000 throughout the state of Michigan annually. It's a special thank you to you, Dr. Monica Robinson, and the Board of Education for your continued leadership and vision. This is another time when she stood and accepted the award and was even flown to Washington, D.C. as the top 4 in the country. She carries the name of Southfield, so she, again, is another example of one of our own making us feel good. Thank you so much. We also had one of our private schools get their first last year. The Southfield Christian Schools boys basketball team won its first Class D state championship last year. So in addition to their excellent academic programs, the school now bolsters their accomplishments in sports. You know, LCU, the university named after me, is just a gem in this community. And there's some things that we need to boast about LTU. Their online bachelor's degree program was ranked 6th in the 2013 National Survey by the U.S. News and World Report. Florence Tech also earned the Best in the Midwest designation for the 4th consecutive year in a row from the Princeton Review. In keeping with LTU's tradition of excellence, Dr. Modell, that you met earlier, was appointed as our 7th president of my university, Lawrence Tech University. I am very optimistic about when he was being introduced to us. There's so many accolades, and his background is just phenomenal. And I'm excited about what he brings to LTU, his leadership, his vision, and his direction. And I just want to say, welcome, Dr. Modell. It has truly been my pleasure to honor and serve as your mayor for the past 12 years. I've worked tirelessly to advance, promote, and advocate on behalf of not only Southfield, but every business and resident interest in the city. I joined with 60 other mayors from across the country in Washington, D.C., lobbying and advocating for common sense gun laws. I passionately support the Second Amendment, and that's the right for our citizens to bear arms. However, I strongly support the requirement of a thorough background check and registration that will help to protect all American citizens. I feel strongly that we must work harder to keep guns out of the hands of those who are not responsible members of our society, while not penalizing responsible, law-abiding citizens of their constitutional rights at the same time. I remain committed to health, wellness, and fitness, and I continue to say a healthy city is a strong city. Every summer since I've been elected, your mayor, I have led the Mayor's Walk. And some of you, I'm going to challenge you again. And you know who you are. You need to be up here. I challenge you and invite you to join me again this year as I continue my Mayor's Walks at Inglewood Park. I will continue my Mayor's Community Roundtable, where we allow residents the opportunity to discuss issues in Southfield to ensure an open line of communication. And I plan to launch a series of business roundtables in the near future to strengthen and to maintain open lines of communication with you and other businesses throughout Southfield. Our city administration and other elected officials will be involved in these discussions. Gandhi once said that the future depends on what we do in the present. Whether we're ready or not, the future will surely come. Each day provides a new opportunity for us to improve. It's my hope that we will, as a city, continue to find new approaches to old problems. While we have made great strides in the recent years, there is still much work to be done. Despite our many successes, we are still facing many challenges. Southfield, like all municipalities in Michigan, continue to struggle with the reality of the ongoing weak economy. While on some fronts there seems to be positive economic recovery, the fact remains that cities across Michigan and the entire country are still struggling with budget shortfalls and decreasing tax revenues. Many of you know that I sit on the Board of Trustees for mayors across the country. In Michigan, yes, we were hit harder than some communities, but we are not alone. I will also say firmly that the state government must step up and be a partner in the passing policies and legislation that will move cities forward. Because until the city rebounds, this country will not rebound. And I'm involved and participate in a mayor's dialogue with the governor on a monthly basis to talk about those issues, because at least do not pass legislation that will negatively impact cities. I feel strongly that we must do everything within our power to solidify Southfield as the center of it all, the premier business and residential community in Southeast Michigan. It is with that resolve that I formally today announce to you my intentions to seek another term of mayor of the great city of Southfield. As you have heard, there are many great things happening here in the city of which we can all be proud of. I remain committed to working closely with our city council and other elected officials, our state, federal, to address the issues of the day. I want to thank many of you in this room that have supported me in this mission, and I'm asking for your continued support as we move forward together, unified in the work at hand. It's truly a pleasure to serve as the mayor of such a diverse, progressive, and believe me, we're unique. Because of you, we have built the Southfield up today. And then each of us in this room has had a hand in that, who we are today as a city. But we will need to stay together and work together to build the Southfield of tomorrow. I want to thank you for attending today. And may God bless each and every one of you. And may God bless this great city of Southfield.
Thank you all on behalf of the Southfield Area Chamber for attending. Thank you, Mayor Mayoral. Feel free to stick around and network if you'd like. On your way out, if you could be so kind as to drop your name badges in the box, that'd be great. Have a good afternoon.